Hello all, I'm here at Eastside Boxing Gym with Jon Pegg. Quite a famous trainer now really, aren't you, John?
No, it's only because of YouTube and guys doing pages and that. Otherwise, if it weren't for that, nobody would have heard about what we're doing.
So first thing I want to talk about is the weekend just gone. Don Broadhurst, Josh Wale even.
Yeah.
Great fight. Can I get your initial sort of thoughts on how that went?
We spoke afterwards in the dressing room and there was no disappointment or anything because Don gave everything he had. When a boxer gives everything he had in a 12-round fight and he's a point down on the scorecards and he's going for the win, he gets caught, that's what it's about. If he'd have been a point down and he'd just held on to get through, then you'd be disappointed. But he gave everything he had against a bigger lad, slightly younger lad, a lot more active lad because of Don's injuries. And Josh Wale came and did the same thing. Josh Wale had a hard fight and he gave everything he had, and full respect when he dropped Don, he jumped up to celebrate. Then you can see him, he jumps down and says, hold on, I'll wait till he's better. You can't ask for more. Both lads at a press conference where people were really going a bit over the top, they held themselves in massive respect. They'd done the game a world of good, and then they turned out to put on the fight of the night. So I don't know what we could have done differently because Don was fighting a bigger guy. He's 33, which for super flyweight bantam, which is not really a bantam, that's ancient. He's been out of injuries. So, you know what, he gave it his all and he pushed it damn close. He was within spitting distance of pulling off a big win, but he didn't pull it off. But when we take them chances and we win big, we feel great. We've took a chance here and we haven't won, we've lost, but we still feel pretty good of how he performed and he done himself proud. A lot of people didn't think he still had that in the tank, and I'm really proud of Don Broadhurst that night.
Do you think ultimately it was a size and weight thing, that was maybe too much gap?
Yeah, I think so. I also think the fact that Don had like a career-ending bicep injury when he fought Louis Norman the first time. That's why he was out for 2 years. And when you pass 30 at that weight, you don't need gaps, you need activity. And Don's a reflex, skillful fighter. You need activity. So, but you know, they're the cards you dealt. It's no good moaning. It's no good saying, "Oh, I want to fight 10 guys until I'm 36." The chance come. We chatted about it. He took it, and he performed very well. But on the night, he was a bit too big. Even Josh and his trainer said afterwards, "You're not a bantamweight." They says, "What a fight that was! What a scare you give us!" But you're not a bantamweight. But we took the fight. We took the fight knowing what Don is, and we was banking that his speed would outweigh the fact that the guy's a bit bigger. So we're not going to complain because we took the fight. We knew what was what. It weren't like a surprise. It weren't sprung on us. Josh didn't come in overweight and pull a fast one. We went in there knowing what it was. So yeah, it was a factor. But you know what? Every fight has a factor why you win. You know, one reason or other. There's always a factor that says, well, that was the turning point. So no big deal. It was what it was.
So we're less than 2 weeks away from Sam Eggington's first European title defence.
Yeah.
Back to winning ways then, you think, for yourself?
Yes, definitely. We started off the season really well with Cello Renda winning the Southern Area title. And then, like I say, it didn't feel like a defeat with Don, apart from the fact he was gutted that he lost because he fought so well against the odds. But yeah, Sam's looking great. We've had a week's camp out in Spain. We've done everything right. He's hitting the points on his weight and he's grown a little bit. So, you know, but he's still hitting the right points at the right times. So he's still a welter at the moment. But no, he's sparred well. He's done a 12-round spar Sunday with 3 different sparring partners. And they was all commenting afterwards saying he's on fire, and he really is. He's ready to go. I just wish he could box tomorrow, because he could make weight tomorrow if he had to at this point. And I just wish he could box tomorrow because he's so ready. It's just about holding him back now, keeping him where we want him at this point, so on fight night he explodes.
Is going out to Spain something he'd normally do before?
No, we did when the fight was meant to be in September and we got the October date, he did a little 4 or 5 days in Portugal, kind of a break, but training. But no, the Spain thing's a new thing. You know, obviously you got to be fighting in bigger fights to be able to afford it and stuff. But no, it was really good. It was really good and I'd recommend it. The guys are on Facebook, Sport Boxing, and they're really good as well. I'd recommend that place for any of them. It's out in Murcia, and they've done us a great deal. Dee and Tracy out there, and everything about it was good. So we will definitely be going back for future camps, maybe for longer next time.
I don't know personally a hell of a lot about Mimoune. Sam's opponent? Because there doesn't seem to be a lot of footage about.
No, they haven't put much out there.
Can you tell us anything more what you're expecting him to bring to the table?
I was going to say smaller, but all the welterweights are smaller. He's a tricky southpaw, not much of a puncher, but sharp, quite flashy. Not the strongest, but you're not going to be tricky and fast and strong, otherwise you'll be a world champion. We're confident because Sam's boxed tricky, sharp guys in his last few fights. No one's trickier than Frankie Gavin. No one. And Frankie's bigger than this guy. And Frankie struggled with Sam's size. Paulie Malignaggi, no one's as experienced and clever as Paulie. He's probably not quite as quick as this guy. But for me, timing overcomes speed anyway. And he's probably a little tiny bit smaller than this guy. And he was dwarfed by Sam and couldn't handle Sam's strength. And Sam's improving technique. Rodriguez, who this guy beat, but he beat him in kind of a battle of like who hits who. They suited each other. It was more of a fencing match. And Rodriguez was bigger than him, and he couldn't handle Sam's size and pressure and strength. So I think this guy on a big show with a lot of English guys shouting for the Savage, and his first time in Europe, they box a bit more and it's a bit less intense. I think he's going to have real trouble with the intensity and the size and the strength and the improving technique of Sam. I think he's going to have a really bad night, and Sam's going to have a good night.
Is there any difference that you've seen in Sam, him going into this fight as the European champion rather than as a challenger? Is there any difference there?
Do you know what? He's a little bit more settled, but Sam's a hungry kid. He trains for everyone like they're the best guy in the world, which is how you've got to do it. And he trains like a challenger. He doesn't train like, I'm the champ, it's going to happen. He's made that mistake once in his career, and I've never seen a hint of it since. But no, he's very confident and he feels good about himself, and he's thinking big. He knows he's got to do the job here and whoever else is next. But he's starting to think big. And then, like the news we had yesterday was chatting about with the Boxing Writers Award, stuff like that's just really giving him more self-belief. Sam didn't have this big amateur career to help him build that initial self-belief. He's had to do it all from his successes in the pro ranks. He's not just there through a big amateur career or lots of success. He's had to do it the hard way.
And with all that success, has it been hard to keep his feet on the ground or anything like that? Not
really. Only once have we had a problem where he thought it was just going to happen and it was no problem. And a couple of days later, and I got too big for my boots, never happened again. And he hasn't let it. He works that hard that it's not an easy camp because he works hard. He makes life harder on himself. He trains with the heaters on, so it's harder. He'll put an extra layer on a run, just so he's hot and bothered, because he says when he takes them all off and the heaters are off, he feels fantastic. So he makes it harder on himself. We don't have to make it hard for him. We just have to kind of steer it the right way and put our input in, watching the guys, so he's got the right instruction. It's quite easy to train him.
So finally, what can we expect on fight night from Sam Eggington?
You know what? You can expect the Savage. He's going to come in, a few little things refined, a little bit more sneaky head movement we've been trying to work into him, but he's going to come in, he's going to put it on the guy, he's going to make it his kind of fight, strength, power, aggression, size. It's not going to be a boxing match, and he'll break the guy down. He'll make the guy fight like he's never fought before against someone who's bigger and stronger than he's ever fought before. And 12 rounds is a long time to go with that coming down on you in a foreign country, away from friendly faces. And I believe he'll break him sometime after the halfway stage.
Okay, anything else you want to say?
Just want to say, still a few tickets available, some of the cheap ones. We've done all the VIPs and that. And a few days after the fight, Sam has won the prestigious Boxing Writers Award for Best Young Boxer of the Year. This has been won by the likes of Randolph Turpin, Joe Calzaghe, Amir Khan, Ricky Hatton, John H. Tracy. So it's a really prestigious title. It's won once a year and one person wins it. There's no alphabet titles on this one. It's judged by the guys who write about boxing. And we're really, really happy with that. It was something we didn't know about, something we didn't expect. We got the message yesterday, and we're going to pick that up a few days after his fight. So, as long as the job's done right, which it will be, he'll be going there as European champion. And another plaudit for Birmingham and Midlands boxing that, our European champion. He's now the Boxing Writers Young Boxer of the Year. So, but thanks for all the support, mate. Been enjoying watching your videos before we'd even met, which I know surprised you. But you know, I look at every bit that I can for a bit of information here and there. Keep up the good work, and happy to have you here. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you very much, Jon Pegg. Hello all, I hope you enjoyed that interview. If you did, please subscribe to my channel right here. Also, I have a fight channel here with full fights on it, and you can watch another video down there. Thank you very much for watching. See you all again soon. Take care. Goodbye.